I have kept the faith. I have been poured out like a drink offering. And there's nothing left for me to do. I am now ready to be offered. Wow.
Tax and accounting professionals, are you tired of being underpaid and working long tax seasons and not being able to truly capture your value? You're working with clients who don't.
He had this clear confidence about death. So please write these statements down, please. Very important. First, I want to talk to you about purpose and destiny. Write the two words down. And I want to focus on, in this first segment, the laws of personal success from a kingdom perspective. Let's talk about success for a minute. Proceed. Now, success is something that every human wants. Everybody wants to succeed. But for you to succeed in life, there are 5 questions you must answer. And every human being on earth is trying to answer these questions right now, including the person sitting in your chair right now. These 5 questions control the human race. These 5 questions motivate everything you do. These 5 questions are so powerful that they create everything in this planet that humans do. These 5 questions are the source of all of your problems. They are the source of all the crime in your city. They are the source of all of your broken homes and divorce. They are the source of all corruption. These 5 questions are the source of every problem a human faces is in these 5 questions. In other words, our attempt to find the answer to these 5 questions is the cause of all of our behavior. As a matter of fact, you came here tonight and you're watching this program live around the world because of these 5 questions. I have reduced all of human life to 5 questions. Write them down. Number 1, who am I? It's a tough question to answer. Most people have never asked nor answered that question because it's a frightening question. The average human never answers that question. Who am I? The second question that you must answer to become successful in life is, where am I from? Where am I from? Again, 99% of the world's population never answers that question. That question has nothing to do with your ethnicity. Where am I from? The third question every human must answer to become successful on this planet is, why am I here? Why was I conceived? Why was I?
Welcome, folks. Welcome to Talk TV Media Sunday Gospel Hour. Welcome here at Talk TV Media Network. My name is Sam Gadu. Wherever you are joining us from, welcome to the Sunday broadcast here. So welcome. Today is the 26th of May, AD 2024. Welcome to all of you. A pleasant Sunday. I hope your Sunday was beautiful. It was awesome. Mine is going so well. I'm grateful for life. I'm grateful for family, for children, and I'm grateful for all of you as well. Many of you. So that in itself is something to be grateful for. So I'm here, the Sunday Gospel Hour, as always. Those of you who are following us online on different platforms, on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, Miriam, Bimba, welcome to the show. My sister, Anita Bunda, welcome to the show. Thanks for watching us. We're going to start today by, as I always do on the show, giving you your nice, good music before we do our little talk. That is what we're here to do, And this first song is about being thankful. I never begin this show without not being grateful or thankful to God. I'm grateful for the fact that I'm sitting here talking to all of us. I'm very thankful. So this one is in Kissy. It says, Lord, I'm grateful for life and everything. Enjoy. All right. That piece says, God, thank you for everything. Thank you for who you are. Thank you for my life. Thank you for family. Thank you for children. Thank you for everything. And that is what God desires of every one of us, being grateful, being thankful. That is exactly what God wants us to be. You know, when I look at where I've come from, it's not just me. Just take just a minute, and think where God has brought you from. How far? Where? From the pit, when people could not think that you will do anything better in life or you will be something. It is something to be grateful. You know, God brought us in this world. He directs our path, He directs our walk, He knows your future. He's the one who goes before you. And we, as humans, we have the tendency of putting people down, as in, that one will become nothing. This one will become nothing. And that is why I'm here today, to encourage every one of us about a very, very simple topic, but it is very profound, a very important topic, but very profound. And all of us as humans, we are looking for this purpose, for this thing. This is it. Purpose. Purpose. We all want to find out the purpose for which we are here in this world. And ain't nobody better who could say it, who could narrate it better than the late Dr. Miles Monroe. Yeah, purpose. How do you know, how do you find your purpose for being here on earth? Purpose. Have you sat down to ask yourself, why are you on this planet? Who sent you here? Why did they send you here on planet Earth? A lot of us are missing the mark. And we, after trivial and things that doesn't mean any good or any well, we walk away from the design that God has created us. When I talk about purpose, what comes to mind is the automobile, the vehicle that we drive, the very vehicle that you drive, or the motorcycle that you ride. There's someone who designed that, the manufacturer of that motorcycle or that machine or that vehicle. The manufacturer, after manufacturing and designing every spec in that vehicle, he labeled it, he knows the function, he knows the capability, he knows what is good for, he knows the weight, the power, the torque it's able to take, pull, everything. And they will work only for that purpose. Welcome, Otis. Long time, man. Yeah, you need to get contact with me, bro. So purpose is something that is very unique for every one of us to find out. When you find the reason and the purpose for which you are on planet Earth, you will save yourself a lot of time, a lot of energy. And many of us are following other people, visions and purposes for which God sent them on this earth, and you negate and forget about yours. The Bible says that the sole purpose for God, for man creation, is to serve God. For man to be a server, a worshiper to God, to serve God. What does the word, how do you understand the word serving when someone is serving you? Oh, you cannot be serving somebody your own way. They have to receive, or since you're serving them, they are the one who you are serving, so they have to tell you how you should serve them. That is why God sent us here, and he's saying, serve me, worship me. Very important. What is your purpose? Why do you think God created you as a human? Why do you think God created me, Sam Gadu? I'm here to encourage us. It is a very hard question, simple but very difficult to answer, because It's like someone who goes to school to learn to get a career or a degree, and they find out after they got their first BSc, 4 years, they realize what they did, they actually don't even love it. They don't enjoy it. And they go doing something else instead of working in that field. So when you misplace the misapplication of the purpose for which you were created, when you misplace that purpose, it becomes very deadly for your life. So many people are dying that are there in the graveyard. So many, when you go to the graveyard, think about it. You have nurses, you have doctors, you have musicians, you have pastors, bishops, professionals of all kinds. You have poor people, everywhere in the graveyard. Imagine they were sent on this earth for a limited time. All of us are on here. We are just passing through. But you're here passing through. You're here for a purpose. What is that purpose? What is that reason? I am not the one who will be able to give you the answer. You have to go to God. You have to ask God. I'm not the one that created you. I'm only here to help you think hard as to why are you here on planet Earth. Very, very important. And that is why Dr. Myles Munroe is saying to us, I'm going to play that piece a little bit more so you can hear it for yourself.
Why here on this planet? The fourth question every human must answer to be successful is, what can I do? What can I do? That question has to do with, what am I capable of? Again, over 90% of the world's population haven't answered that question. And the last question every human is grappling with is the question, where am I going? Where am I going? It is the question of destiny. Where am I going? Now, the first question, who am I, is a question of identity. Write it down next to it. The average human is still struggling with self-identity. That is why most of us are other people. For example, you wear Michael Jordan. You don't wear yourself. You wear Pierre Cardin. That's a person. You wear Fubu. You wear Sean John. These are people. Because you ain't got no identity, you want to be like them. So you need to put on other people's identity to feel important. You are sick. That's why your children are in gangs today, killing each other just to wear a Nike shoe. Because they're trying to get identity. They would kill for a coat suit. In other words, that's why you wear your weave. Oh boy, I'm getting deep now.
Okay, so we will go there. We'll play that. I'll play that clip a little bit, but I want to give you guys a song. This is a Liberian song, Yahweh. think I'm going to change the settings around. Folks, sorry about the poor music, quality of music. I know the reception out there is a little bit poor. So what I would do is I am going to try to continue the show anyway, and also at the same time I will find the best songs I can play for you all to be able to enjoy the broadcast as we go forward. While I'm taking my break, I will find the time to play the best songs that I can play for you all. Okay, so at the same time, the purpose, as Miles Monroe was saying, you have to find your identity. Identity is very key. Well, in finding your purpose, you have to know who you are. Who are you? Ask yourself, who am I? What am I here for? Am I just here to work and pay bills? Am I just here to work to eat, work and pay bills, work and eat? Is that it? Okay, you've gone to school, you got all the accolades and everything. Now, so what? Why are you here? Everything. Why are you here? Because you get all of that and yet still you are unfulfilled within your heart. Your soul is empty. You still are empty. You see, people have material things, material stuff. People have houses, cars, children. We get all this material stuff, yet still we are not satisfied. We are not happy. And in finding your purpose and your identity, those things, they are good. I'm not saying they're bad. They're good. But they are not the one that can bring us the fulfillment, the prosperity of peace that we desire. Every living soul, there is, when something is missing in your soul, you know that something is missing. And man is always in search of purpose. Man is in search of something in your spirit, man, when it's missing, that your materials and your monies and everything that you have cannot give you. Your loved ones will not give you that thing. Yeah. Your pastor cannot give it to you. Your best friends won't. What is that thing? Who can fulfill that? Only God. Because when he created you and I, he put within us that thing that always yearns towards, gravitate towards that him, that God is you, that fulfillment. He is the only one who can fulfill that spot, who can fill that spot. God. So what am I here to say? I'm not here to preach to you. We all been in church today, but I'm here to encourage each and every one of us in bringing reality into our lives. All of us. Still finding your identity. How do you find your identity? Or those of you who are parents, you have children. How do you know in which direction to push your children in finding themselves, finding meaning to their life, finding the things they enjoy, they love to do? Because these things, when God created us, he placed those things within us. They come very natural. If you're working in your area and identity and purpose, things flow very naturally for you. That has been one of my experiences. And I try as hard as I can to push my kids. I observe them, I watch them, I see the things they enjoy, they love to do. You know, some of those things, I would do that thing for hours and I would never get tired doing it. Right? And that's how you know that money or no money, you just enjoy doing this thing. That's one way. So sometimes some people, money defines them. Money defines you. When you take money front and center, sometimes it's something else. You turn into something else. And that's why people go out and they do all kinds of stuff. Yes, they get money, but they never get the satisfaction and the peace that comes, you know, that they want. And So many homes are broken, murder, suicides committed, all of that stuff takes place. But true satisfaction, true peace, true joy is in none other but Christ. It's in God. Jim Senator, welcome to the show. Thanks for watching, following. All of us. There is something unique. There's something wonderful. There's something the man is always driving after. That thing is missing in your life. So you go back to the Creator. Just like that vehicle, that motorcycle that I talk about, there is a manufacturer that manufactured that vehicle, and every specification on that vehicle, the manual to that vehicle or that motorcycle, it's only when you follow the manual, the descriptions into that vehicle, from the manual, then you will know how to operate that manual or that motorcycle or that vehicle. That's how it is. When God created you and I, He has a manual for us. He put within us everything we are capable of doing. And that is why, as Christians, we go back to the Bible. The Bible is the manual for us. By reading the Bible, by studying God's word, by knowing what God is saying, you will definitely find your purpose. You'll definitely find your identity. Who are you? What are you here to do on earth? People are dying every day, by the second, by the minute. Every day. You and I, we're only here for a limited time, right? Limited time. But why are you here, though? What are you going to do the time that you're here? What impact are you going to make? How do you want people to remember you? What legacy do you want to leave behind? These are questions that will help you to find your purpose. These are questions that will help you find your true purpose. That's it. Nothing else. Nothing else. This next song says, God, take my load. Take my load, my heavy load. Because you are the only one that can give me, lift up this burden that is suppressing me, this burden that is sitting over my shoulders, that is disrupting my mind. Oh, Mr. Barley, welcome to the show. Thanks for joining me, big brother. This burden, that's what this song says. It's also in Kisi. Lord, take the burden. Take it. That's the meaning of it. Enjoy. All right. You know, time is of the essence. Our Sunday Gospel Hour show is only for 1 hour. So welcome again to all of you. A pleasant welcome to all of you that are joining me today on the today's Sunday broadcast. I hope your Sunday is going so well. Wherever you are watching us from Australia, Europe, Canada, USA, Africa, Liberia, wherever you are, I hope you are having a very pleasant evening or pleasant afternoon. For some of you, it's morning, it's midnight, it's broad day, daylight, just like mine, you know. But how be it? Imagine how the globe, the universe is designed. God created a universe, you know, and he just plays mankind in all areas of the world. From different backgrounds, different cultures, orientations, ways of doing things, everything. But at the end of the day, we all have something in common, and that is life. We all have a soul as humans. You know, P. Henry Musa, welcome to the show. Thanks for following. Garfield, welcome to the show. Yeah. So what? Oh, what is Otis is saying? Do you usually open your telephone line for interaction? I do, but it's a WhatsApp number. You have to call on WhatsApp because it's a USA number. You have to call on WhatsApp. Yes, definitely I do. So what I would do actually is I will post that number up. Yeah, this is not my one show alone. This is our show. So I'll put that number up right there on the screen. If you're able to get through WhatsApp with that number, call that number and you'll go live with me. right now. So this is what I'm talking about, right? God created every one of us and just placed us in the Word. But each individual, everyone, every person has a purpose. No matter what part of planet Earth you find yourself, there's a purpose for you. You have to identify yourself, who you are. Ask yourself those hard questions. Who am I? Who am I? Why am I here? And when you ask those simple but yet profound hard questions, and you delve into searching the answers to those questions, when you find your purpose, then you have established the ground basis for your legacy. Because so many people come in this world and died and gone. The very day they buried them, they had never remembered. Gone. That's it. Didn't do anything. Nobody remembers them. And that is why my heart always yearns, is always searching to help someone's life. If I can help someone one way or the other with the little that I have, even if I don't have all, I'm not rich, I'm not broke either. But with the little that God has blessed me with, if I can find in my heart to help someone, to change someone's life, and that person change another life, that's matters, that's legacy, that's impact. Your desire to want to see good in the world, your desire to want to see a better society, your desire to want to see a better country, a better world that we live in. As I speak to you, people are dying all over the world. People are dying every day. We're not fighting war here in America, but there is war going on. There's economic war going on. People are shooting each other every day here in America. People dying. When you look at Ukraine and Russia, war's going on. Israel is at war right now with Gaza. People dying. Those of us who went through the war in Liberia, 14 years of war, we struggle, we suffer, and God protected us. We are still alive with so many people that die. People who never deserved to die, but yet some of us kept us alive. And here we are today. I was in Liberia throughout the war. But one day I never handled a gun to fight. I was just telling my kids that sometimes it's God. I said, there's a purpose God has over my life. Those of us who experienced the war in Liberia, 14 years, where people die indiscriminately, and you are alive, you must find your purpose why God kept you. Because you're not any better than those who die. I'm not better than you. We all are equal in the eyes of God. We all are humans. But when God protects you from some trouble or car accident, there is a reason. There's a reason why he protects you from that accident. So you see, when he does that, you ask yourself, God, what are you teaching me? What lesson is there? What are you showing me? What are you trying to tell me, God? That's what you do. What are you trying to do, God? Talk to me. That's it. There's always a purpose. There's always a reason. When if bad things, I tell people, when bad things happen to you, they happen to you for a reason. We as humans, we don't like bad stuff to happen to us. But bad things happen to us because God is probably teaching us a lesson. And in all those things, you can find a purpose. You can find a purpose in those things. So you ask yourself, what lesson is God teaching you? Through the good. Because a lot of us as human beings, when everything is going well with us, we don't cry to God. We don't worry. We don't even go to church. We start crying and going to church and asking pastor to pray when trouble hit our doorsteps. That's what happens. When calamity and trouble hit our doorsteps, then we want to draw closer to God. So you see, we have to be closer to God every day, asking God, reading the word. What is my identity? What do you want me to do in this word? How do I want people to remember me when my time in this world, in this earth is expired? How, Lord? That's what we should be asking. Those are the questions we should be asking ourselves, because a lot of us find ourselves into different careers and we think that's it. That's our purpose. But even that career that you have, right? Even that career that you have, God got you there for a reason, though. That you can witness to somebody, that you can bring someone to Christ, that you can help that person or your co-workers find their true identity. So he gives each and every one of us different careers so that strategically we can use our different platforms, our different podiums and careers in life to witness Christ, to shine the light to Christ. That's what we should be doing. Very interesting. Here is his next piece. Again from Myles Munroe.
Try to keep up with other people's style. You are battling with this question of, who am I? And some of you have lost your true self. You look like other people. It's a sign that you are battling with the question. You hate your own face, so you try to look like other people. You hate your own size, so you hurt yourself trying to be like other people. You just kind of can't find this, who am I? So you end up being somebody else. And that's why the entire industry of fashion is built on your lack of self-identity. They feed that by selling you other people's images. The second question is what? Where am I from? That's a question, write it down. It's a question of heritage or source. You know, most of you would ask the question, where am I from? You say, well, I'm from Africa. That ain't true. I'm from Jamaica. That ain't true. I'm from Trinidad. That ain't true. I'm from Mexico. I'm from Brazil. That's not true. Some of y'all are so mixed up, you don't know where you came from. You check your granddaddy, he was white. And your mama was black. So how can you say you black? You mixed right up. If you try to find out where you are from by using your ethnic heritage, you would get lost. And here's the problem. You can never know who you are until you find out where you are from. So we got a problem. That's why you can't find out where you are from, because you don't know who you are. And that is why you don't know who you are, because you don't know where you're from. So you battle with this question. Where am I from? The third question is what? Why am I here? This is the most difficult one that people battle with. It's the question of purpose. And that is why we're going to deal with that tonight. Because this one is tied to the other two. If you don't know where you are from and don't know who you are, you'll never know why you are here. It's the question of purpose. The fourth question, what can I do, is what? Potential. Potential means, what is my true power? 95% of the people in this room are living below their ability, guaranteed. You are only using 10% of your brain power right now. Who you are has never been discovered. What you are settling for disappoints God. What you are proud of, God is ashamed of. In other words, I discovered that to be a genius, all you got to do is use 1% more of the others of your brain, and they call you a genius. That's how mediocre our culture is. What can you do? What is your true ability? The problem is our culture attempts
And folks, welcome again. Those of you who are following, that is the last question I want to delve into. So welcome. Let's deal with that last question before the end of our show. What is your true ability? What are you capable of doing? What are you built? How are you built? See, it's very key. What is your true ability? Ability is the power, the strength, the technical, the knowledge to do. The capacity to do. That's ability, right? So what is your true ability, folks? Okay, I go back to the manufacturer again. When a manufacturer designs a Toyota Land Cruiser, let's just use that as a reference, and it's a four-wheel drive. There's a purpose, there's a reason why the manufacturer put the four-wheel drive in that car. That very car that has a four-wheel drive, there is a purpose for which they put it there, that when it gets stuck somewhere, you can drive it normal way, it's stuck. But when you put that four-wheel drive on, that vehicle will get out. So they build different vehicles like a Toyota Land Cruiser, a dump truck, all of that. A dump truck is designed and built differently, and the power of the dump truck is different. The capacity is different. The ability of it is different. That's how God designed us. You and I will not give. I have an 8-year-old son. There's no way I will give him my car keys to have him go drive it. I'll be killing him. This is how God treats us. God is not going to bless you or give you the things, the many things that we all desire so badly when you are not prepared and ready for those things. That's why he does. Because he knows your ability. He knows your ability. The same way I know my son's ability. If I send him and give him the car keys to go and drive that car, an 8-year-old, I am sending him to his grave. Or many other people. So when you find that ability that God has put within you, then you realize that you are limitless. And you have so much that you can do. Sometimes what the problem we find is we limit ourselves. Oh, me, I can't do that. Oh, then I'm my own area there. Then I'm my gift there. Then I'm my own. There's nothing wrong if you know your giftings. That way, it's not to do what other people are capable of doing, but what you are built or designed to do. Your ability, your true ability. Humans can adapt very easy. Humans are so well built to do so much. Think about humans in a sky, airplanes are flying. All of that human ingenuity, right? Designs, technology. I'm sitting here in America and someone is in Bangladesh or somewhere in China, in Liberia, watching and interacting with me instantly. It is not the days that some of us grew up. You have to write a letter. There was no even telephone. You have to write a letter. You write this letter, you send it to the post office. It will take a month or plus before it gets to the intended person. Sometimes it will not even get there. Because I remember growing up as a boy, I joined the Peace Corps stuff. The Peace Corps, I used to communicate with them and do writing stuff. When I see how far technology has come up to this point, it's amazing. The world is changing right now. 20 years ago, telephones alone, the cell phones that we have, they were not like this. We were using button phones, small, tiny button phones. The rotor, the table one, you got to roll it, it goes back. You roll it, it goes back. So the ability, man is always finding his or her ability to explore the many things, the insurmountable, many things that God has bestowed upon us or given us to do. I can only imagine 10 years, 20 years from now, this generation, what it will look like. There are vehicles, self-driving vehicles now around the world, even here in America. You don't find anybody in them, but you sit down, it drives you. You don't touch the wheel. It's driving you. It drives through the traffic. It stops to the stoplight, stop sign, as everybody it goes. Nobody's touching it. Who could ever imagine or think like that? You see the ability that God has placed within man. So every generation has a purpose to accomplish. Every generation that you have found yourself in this generation, there is a purpose why God brought you into this world at this time of your life. And you must find that and contribute your part. You're not going to do it all, but do your part. So when your time expires, they say, when someone walks to the graveyard, they say, there lies a noble man. There goes a noble woman. Yeah. That's it, folks. That's what we're looking for. That's what I want to do. That's what you want to desire. That's it. It's not easy. That's what all of us want to desire. Legacy. Let's strive for it. We can do it. We can do it. Just a little bit, bits and pieces. You know, God has given you that ability. He has given you that courage. He has given you that mindset. He gives you the blueprint, the pathway. You just need to trust him. You just need to trust the process in order to find your purpose. Trust the process. Sometimes we become entangled with distractions, with friends. Even your friends, family members can distract you. Friends distract you. Colleagues or things, material things become a distraction in accomplishing your purpose. Many things. You think you're going to be running a race and you're not going to, if you're not mindful, you're not going to stumble and fall. Life is a race. All of us are running. And in running this race, you have to be aware that there are impediments along the way, that there are things that will occur to hinder you, to stall your process, to sometimes they are so strong to even break you, to stop God's purpose in you. Those impediments will come. I don't know who I'm speaking to today, but I hope this will encourage someone that thing that you're doing that brings you joy, just like me. I was saying, I love business. Let me just say it out there. And so I have a couple of my friends here when we're talking about business. I never get tired talking about or doing. When I'm very hands-on. I'm the kind of guy who do a lot of stuff with my hands, hands-on kind of guy. That's me. And I enjoy it. I love it. Money or no money, I just enjoy it. Some people, when they sit behind the mic, that's all they love. They could sleep behind the mic and naturally stuff would download in them, in their head. They know what to say. Stuff would flow. As in someone who is not gifted for doing that, when they begin to do it, people will know that this is not their calling or area. That's one way to find your purpose. When you're doing those things, first, don't put money front and center. Do you have love for it? Do you enjoy doing those things? Right? Ask yourself, the things that you do you enjoy them? Do you love them? Money or no money? Identify things little by little. Find yourself. Find your true self. My time is up. Every Sunday at 2 p.m., which is 7 p.m. Liberian time, we'll bring you the Sunday Gospel Hour. I hope to get at my studio here, our studio here, all restructure, so I can get back into the studio to do the normal broadcast as we always do. Hopefully next month, and then we'll begin all over again. Because when I'm in the studio, everything is set up, music, stuff, anything that I want is all there, as in, you know, I have to do it this way. So please bear with us for this time being. Folks, as I take leave of you, I pray that God will help you to find your purpose. I pray that God will help you to find your true identity. As you go through this week, I pray for open doors. I pray for God to bring you joy and peace. I pray for God to go before you. Yeah. That's my prayer for you, for all of us, that you have a wonderful, wonderful, pleasant week. Again, as I leave the show, I always say, don't do what I do. Always do what God wants you to do. Ken V. Adams is going to take us home. There you go.
Today, oh, let it burn my heart on fire. Today, oh, I will let my voice praise. Now I'm so happy because you give my heart desire. Today, oh, I will let my voice praise. Today, oh, let it burn my heart on fire. Today, oh, I will let my voice praise. Now I'm so happy because you give my heart desire. Today, oh, I will let my voice praise. I've come to testify what Jehovah God has done from the starting of my journey. Many thought I wouldn't make it. There were too many battles that I fought along the way. Many thought I was a fool, but I only kept my cool. With Jehovah by my side, I was sure to get there soon. And he held me gently, and he held me closely, and brought me through the storm. Down to the air, that he got my heart on fire. And I'm so happy because you gave my heart desire. I will let my voice praise. Today, oh, Lord, you put my heart on fire. Today, oh, I will let my voice praise. Now I'm so happy and I'm very glad. Today, oh, I will let my voice. Let's celebrate the Lord. Come on, celebrate the Lord. Let's celebrate the Lord. He is worthy to be praised. He is worthy to be worshipped. He is worthy of your praises. Come and celebrate the Lord. You know, come and worship our God. Come and celebrate the Lord. Sing to today, oh, Lord, you put my heart on fire. Today, oh, I will let my voice praise. And I'm so happy because you give my heart desire. Today, oh, I will let my voice praise. Today, oh, Lord, you let my heart on fire. Today, oh, I will let my voice praise. I am so happy. I am very glad now for today.